Thomas Friends has many mysteries. There is the mystery of the missing coach episode, and why Mattel won't bring back Boko already. Come on, I miss him. And if the BBC episode of the sad story of Henry still exists, and many more. But recently I saw a tweet by the Twitter user Trackside Studios 06, and it says, "Are these the same engine? Tell me your thoughts." This is for custom making purposes. And I thought, yep, they are. But I took a look at the replies because I thought, well, maybe I'm wrong. I looked, and most of the people said that, no, the running board at the front is totally different. So that means they were different engines. And right, after seeing that tweet, now that I know that they're two engines, now I wondered, why would Sir Topham Hatt get rid of these engines? Now in the first book, The Three Railway Engines, it says that Edward lives in a shed with 5 other engines. Now the first two, Gordon Henry, but there are 2 blue engines that were unnamed but have been named 87546 and 98462. 87546 and 98462 were horrid and rude engines who were very mean and spiteful to the other engines, according to an interview with the Wilbert W. Awdry. In the original picture of the book, you get a better look about how prideful and kind of rude they were, as you can see in this image right here. So that's why the blue engines were kicked out. But the red engine in the shed wasn't named. Now this isn't James, even on the Wikipedia it says it's James, but because of his red coat in the book is red and not black, like he first appears in Thomas the Tank Engine, book number 2 of the Railway series, this means that this is not James. Neither of these engines are James. That theory has been thrown out the window. Now let's move on to the next red engine that appears in the 3 Railway Engines book, and in the story of that book, The Sad Story of Henry. This engine is first seen trying to push Henry out of the tunnel, but doesn't succeed, of course. Now before we go any further, I decided to name the first red engine Blaze and the second one Ginger. But just keep in mind those aren't the actual names. Anyways, let's go back to Blaze. So here's my theory about why Blaze was kicked out of the island of Sodor that we know of. I believe that he was like 87546 and 98462, being horrid, rude engines who were very mean and spiteful to the others. So it would also make sense to send Blaze away with 87546 and 98462. But that's just one theory I have. But what about Ginger? Now there are a couple theories that I think of. One, Ginger was just passing by on the island of Sodor and has their own railway to work on. Also, another thing that I like to put out is that this engine does have a face. You can tell by the grayish outline before you go saying it's faceless. Another theory is that Sir Topham Hatt did own Ginger and did not like Ginger's attitude or something like that. Now, what is Sir Topham Hatt's ultimate plan here? Getting rid of these engines. He got rid of 4 engines. Why is that? Well, he probably knew that he was ordering Thomas and James, so he didn't need those 4 engines anymore if they were just causing chaos, and he probably was going to order more later on, so it was just a nice little break for him, I guess. That will cover it all for this theory video. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, see the post most everybody. Goodbye.